Welcome to the first episode of the Design Challenge podcast/video essay show. Before we begin, what are some of the largest competition shows on mainstream TV? Names like Survivor and Amazing Race should come to mind, both being on CBS. But like the song 1985, music still on MTV, the crown jewel of modern MTV is The Challenge.
You ready? Go!
Brief history. The show started out as a small competition between MTV shows The Real World and Road Rules. While filming these seasons, producers said to each other, "Hey, what would happen if we had these people compete against each other?" The Sun spawned the Real World Road Rules Challenge, with a format similar to Survivor. Though this was not enough for production, who said, "What if instead of being voted out, you have a chance to battle defend your spot?" That worked pretty well, considering that's the format that we still use today in the challenge, one way or another. And to complement this, MTV needed to find the perfect host. Enter TJ Lavin, a former BMX rider who would come on to help provide exposure to the show and was a major fan of the show. One thing that TJ brought with him that separated from the rest was that he hates quitters.
Don't take care. Hope to see you never.
TJ's involvement in the show has been a reason why so many fans love him after all these years. Alongside TJ, here's some of the biggest challenge names and memorable players. CT Tamburello, not originally known for his brain, but for the havoc that he would create inside of the house.
I have no idea what Adam's doing, and the only thing I can try to do is try to give him some more time by punishing the other team. So I saddle up, lock, load, explode.
CT didn't care much about the game itself in his early years on the show, and that would show. He had been kicked off of numerous seasons for punching fellow cast members, along with the fact that in the seasons where he wouldn't be kicked off for punching people, he had no wins for the longest time. Until he did win, and after he won his first season, he changed. How he would play the game was that he no longer showed up to beat people up and have a good time. No, CT showed up to win. CT knew that his fellow competitors would be trying to get him off, but if he just stayed quiet and played in the shadows, he would make it to the final challenge that is meant to break you and where money is won. This, along with CT getting into the best physical shape that would cause him to win more seasons to become a 5-time champ. On the contrary, another player who would make a name for themselves in the challenge, not for strength and attitude, but for strategy. Clearly not the strongest physically. This is Wes Bergman. Wes came into the challenge and did not have it easy. He was thrown into many eliminations his first season, but would make the final. Wes would instead focus on the strategic elements of the game to propel himself, and would always start a game by cutting deals with fellow cast members to ensure that he would stay safe when the people around him would be too focused on their emotions. By doing so, Wes changed how the game is played and is unafraid to be the big villain to others.
What do you have? You cheat on every girlfriend you have. I have a BMW, a Porsche, a monster truck, a house, and 30 companies.
All these elements, along with the fact that Wes is pretty athletic, has propelled him to win 2 main series seasons and a 1 season of All-Stars. His biggest enemy in one of the largest TV rivalries is Johnny Bananas. Bananas is the undisputed challenge goat, having won 7 seasons.
So I'm going to go ahead and take the money and run, teacher.
Bananas is a mixed bag when it comes to the challenge. He's strategic, but also in it for partying at times. Bananas first made his name for coming into the challenge and winning in his first few seasons. This then grew into more wins, but also more rivalries, particularly with Wes, which made Bananas a consistent threat for elimination each season he is on.
There's definitely a clear line that's been drawn in the sand in the house.
I think Jordan's going to have to pay the piper really soon, so
May the best man win.
told Bananas I'd be the one to send him home, so I have to do it. 110%. My pride and character is worth $125,000. Period.
This has never stopped Bananas. Now plays a game where he tries not to become public enemy number one, or he gets the house to move away from putting his name up for elimination, by either winning daily challenges or from there being more drama amongst other competitors. These players are all made for one of the greatest periods of reality TV ever, and have made a lasting impact onto the show as it moves into its 39th season this fall. Introducing other players from some of your other favorite shows. Stay tuned this fall and see you next time on the Design Challenge Podcast.